Okay, so we're going to look at trying to dynamically pass an open guard no-gi, working off two concepts of either your partner narrowing their guard or opening their guard, and using these common reactions then to work our way around. Okay, so we'll start with just the initial engagement from standing of how to deal with a partner sat up, looking to ideally put their back to the mat and then sequentially climb the joints by beating one joint at a time rather than leaping forward. So the first one we'll look to is similar to wrestling if we're standing, is having a lead leg and a trailing leg. Just going to look to start to get our partner moving, lift the legs to get their back to touch the mat. So once we've got their back to the mat, with the lead leg, just going to look to have a lead hand to protect the front leg, and our trailing hand is going to make a Lego man grip. So like a C grip, just going to look to connect above our partner's ankles so we can start to beat the ankles. From there, we're just going to start to open the guard and penetrate in to beat both ankles on either side. So we've sequentially worked our way up, beating the ankles, now look to beat the knees. So if our partner does nothing from here, then we can just look to keep traveling through, making the hip move forward, beat the knees, connect, slide past the guard, and look to deflect hip vision. So this is similar to, in boxing, this would be like a jab. So you threaten this power knee cut and hit quite quick, so coming in, through, pass, just to get the reactions off our partner. Now, the most common reaction, first line of defense that we'll be faced with is the top knee. As soon as we look to penetrate, people will try to close their guard off and keep us within the scope of their legs by bringing this top knee in front to stop us being able to climb forward up the joints. So the first way we can look to deal with this is by progressing around the guard. So looking to have the chest heavy on top of the knee, taking our outside knee down and starting to connect to the head to stop our partner being able to go underneath, and take our leg out the scope of the guard. Yeah. So with this, looking to keep progressing forward and move around the scope of the guard, whilst also narrowing our partner's guard so we can then fill the inside space. So with this, looking to go elbow, knee, and then our trailing heel connect to the floor. And once we pass, we're looking to fill the inside space straight away. So progressing forward. From that, another reaction off this is our partner will usually try to hold on to any sort of remnants of a guard by tracking us with this. So start to progress forward, they block, start to use the long step to move around the scope of the guard, and as we move, our partner tracks. Now we can start to look to either come all the way over the top for the smash pass, where we can bunch the legs together, or progress forward for a transition straight to mount. We'll look at the smash in more detail, as once we've passed, come off, and turned into the smash. The smash is such a strong pass as it narrows the scope of the guard and also starts to deflect hip vision in one movement. So using our trailing hip to penetrate and nail the sort of lever of Omi's leg shut, bunching the legs up, take him at the furthest range of motion, whilst also being able to deal with this hand from being able to underhook and start moving us. We can start to snake bite, circle, and secure the pass. So using this penetrating movement to work our way around the guard as our partner tries to narrow their guard to track us for that last kind of last ditch attempt to keep a frame of their guard. So now we can look at our partner trying to frame a bit more with this, so rather than trying to progress directly around the outside of the guard, is stepping in, and as they block, this kind of knee shield becomes an issue, and they'll start to try and frame with this to keep us away and start to push us from being able to progress our hip forward. Now there's two common reactions with this, is either they're going to keep pressing and in essence narrowing their guard, or they'll open out. If they were to open out, we can just roll the shoulder forward, beat the knees, connect to the hip, and start to reinitiate with a knee cut. But people read this well, and we'll just keep their shin pressing into the hip. Off this with the Lego man grip, we're just going to look to keep the chest heavy on top, look to frame. I'm going to turn and try and take both of the legs in between ours and turn it back into a smash pass. So narrowing the scope of the guard and deflecting hip vision in one. So to do this, we're going to do movement similar to wrestling, where we go for a sweep single, where the outside leg spins and the inside leg lifts. So in this range, looking to have one knee on the floor at a time, rather than being far away, where I have to be quite dynamic, and not being in close where I'm trying to be more static. In this middle range, look to have one knee up, one knee down. So as I turn, I'm going to switch which knee is up, which knee is down. Yeah. So using that sweep single movement, and off that, I'm going to penetrate over the top of the leg into the smash position. In, they frame. I can feel sort of Omi trying to frame on me. So I switch, penetrate over the top, connect to the hip. So now with the whole idea of sequentially climbing the joints, of beating the ankles, beating the knees, connect to the hip, now I can snake bite onto this outside arm, bunch the legs together, circle, and secure the pass. Go off the catch. So now from a few steps again. Sorry. So off. Frame our partner, taking them down, securing the Legoman grip and progressing forward. Our partner can read this and catch the reverse de la Riva. So they've won the space of the foot in between my calf and my hamstring, and looking to use this to move me and stop me progressing forward. So we can read this as we come in, feel them win this, taking the Legoman grip and connecting to the hip now with a tethered anchor. We can do now snake bite and look to split the legs again and progress around the outside of the guard. Pop, circle, and we use that space again. With this, another common reaction is the partner using this top leg to track, so similar to the long step, we can then progress around to the smash. Coming in, finding the tethered anchor, snake bite, pop, circle, they track, you can turn it back into a smash, switch, and secure the pass.